Hey guys, Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. A lot's going on the national level in the lending world. I'll be right back with the details. Okay, some stuff's going on over at FHA and CFPB. But our friends Brian and Frank over at the National Real Estate Post has put a couple great videos together. Let me bring the first one to you and see what they have to say.
Okay, let's see. Who got hired? Well, that would be Brian Montgomery, who was hired as the new FHA commissioner. He was actually nominated by Trump last September, but you know how it is getting something like this through the system. His nomination got caught up in the typical politics between Republicans and Democrats, and of course Elizabeth Warren opposed him. But it finally got wrapped up late last month. Now, he's also got experience already as the FHA commissioner, as he was the commissioner under the George W. Bush administration from 2005 to 2009. Well, here's a couple of interesting statements from your new, sort of new, FHA commissioner. In his September testimony, he said this: FHA played no role in the housing boom or collapse, but it was FHA that stepped in and provided more than $1 trillion in mortgage liquidity that helped more than 8 million families purchase or retain their homes between 2008 and 2012. He also had this to say: we must do a better job of providing regulatory clarity to mortgage lenders. It's time we treat them more like business partners than adversaries. And I gotta believe there's a lot of lenders out there right now where that's music to their ears. It certainly is to ours. So, that's who got hired. Now let's see who got fired. That would be the entire 25-member advisory board at the CFPB. Yep, that's right. Our new Trump-appointed CFPB director, Mick Mulvaney, canned all 25 of them. And he further told them, don't bother reapplying for your jobs. I gotta tell you, I love Mick Mulvaney at the CFPB. He's a no-nonsense guy. Now, from what I can gather from the article that was sent to me by one of our viewers, Greg Parrish, thank you, Greg, it kind of looks like 11 of the Consumer Advisory Board members had a conference last Monday where they were criticizing Mulvaney's leadership at the Bureau. Well, after that, Mulvaney canned all of them. What's more is the Bureau spokesperson, John Zwartacki, said this about the group: the outspoken members of the Consumer Advisory Board seem more concerned about protecting their taxpayer-funded junkets to Washington, D.C. and being wined and dined by the Bureau than protecting consumers. Yikes, that's gotta hurt. But it kind of feels good to me. So I guess if you're working at the CFPB under the leadership of Mick Mulvaney, you better get on board or get out. I love it!
Yes, there's been some hiring over at FHA and a lot of firings over the CFPB, but they also bring up in the next video whether this is legal or not. Check out their take.
Okay, so, all right, did Mick Mulvaney of the CFPB, did he fire the entire advisory board over at the CFPB? Yes, he did do that.
Yes.
Did the advisory board receive a salary? No, they did not. They were doing it all just because they wanted to help you, because they love you.
Oh, I see.
Is the advisory board required by law? Yes, it is.
Okay.
Are there groups that defended the past director that are pissed off right now about the board getting fired?
Sure.
You bet your ass there is. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but we can't help but point out one glaring, obvious, and funny point. Brian.
Yes.
That would be distractors are pissed that Mulvaney used the same absolute executive power that you defended in your past guy, Richard Cordray.
Aha!
That's right, Mulvaney fired everyone without a single care of any recourse because it ain't coming. Because Mulvaney rules with absolute power.
What you wanted.
So now, do you see why that can be a problem?
Yeah, it kind of looks bad now.
Wasn't a problem with your guy, Richard Cordray, now was it? Hell, it was a great idea. Now, not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much. And here's the funny thing, I agree.
Me too.
Even Mulvaney agrees.
Too bad to have that much power.
But he can do it because that's how Dodd and Frank and Pelosi and Warren set this thing up.
I just love that. Well, this whole absolute power thing is a crock of shit. Now, well, no, hold on a second.
Wait a
Hold on a
minute.
second. You liked it before.
Right.
Okay, to the points above. No, they weren't paid, this panel, but Mulvaney said all those advisors sure loved getting wined and dined at DC junkets. And by the way, a junket is something that costs a lot of money. A junket is a public official enjoying extravagant parties at the expense of the public. So scratch that point up. Second, Mulvaney even acknowledged that the panel has to exist because it's statutory law, and he plans on putting together a new and smaller board where leaks aren't going to happen, and members will be more willing to share their thoughts.
Okay, now, last point. Have you ever been in a meeting?
Yeah, a lot
Probably.
of them. Yeah, I hate them.
Probably.
Hate them.
Have you ever realized that the larger the group, the less effective that meeting
That's
becomes?
totally true.
Yeah.
You
There's
put
just too
4
many
people in a room, you get to the point, you put
Right.
900 and nobody's doing nothing.
Right. Now, that's what Mulvaney is trying to change. Well, that and absolutely everything else about the Bureau.
Yeah, sometimes you get what you wish for. That was a great breakdown of what's going on over the CFPB. Mitch Mulvaney is doing a great job in my mind. I love what's going on. A little bit of deregulation helping us all out. But hey, once again, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. I've been out here about 30 years. You can find my information over at mikemunzing.com. And you can call me anytime. I've got my phone with me all the time over at 949-689-5626. 30 years as a lender. I cover all the different aspects. FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, conventional jumbo, whatever's out there. I've been doing it a long time. I'd love to work with you and your buyers. Well, hey, it's a beautiful weekend coming. I'll be here for you. Call me anytime. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless this beautiful country. And we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Money.